Life is an internal experience, dear ones. You can have anything you want in life, anything, truly. You just need to allow yourself to vibrate at a compatible frequency. You have to let go of resistance from this moment onward. You have to stop participating with resistance. It's going to exist, but you must stop participating with it. As this new wave comes in, your ability to manifest, unknowing to you, is going to increase as well. There is no coincidence that as these higher vibrations are coming in, there's another distraction, is it not, for the global populace? How interesting, is it not? Another wave of fear to touch the global populace as a new higher wave comes in. How interesting. There is no reason for you to ever be in fear nor worry. Ultimately, you're sabotaging your life's ability to have the reality you want to have. To vibrate in a positive frequency, as we have shared from the beginning to now, is extraordinarily simple, but you have to be disciplined. And the reason you must be disciplined is because you've been conditioned. It's not your fault. You've been manipulated and conditioned to live in the direct contradiction of the natural laws of the universe. Please let go of all efforting, all trying. Stop trying to be enlightened, to be superhuman, whatever it may be. Just stop all that nonsense. It's just nonsense. Life is a process. As you vibrate in positive vibration, that vibration is going to create its own momentum and will bring you to your destination. You have to get out of the way. You are the obstacle to the life you want to have. And the you that I'm speaking of is not the true you. It's the conditioned you, the confused you, the one that's longing and desiring. There's nothing to desire because everything is already in the ethers. Everything already exists. If you're worrying about your finances, then you're not vibrating in a compatible frequency to have financial prosperity. If you're trying to have a relationship because you're feeling lonely and you want to avoid loneliness, you're not going to attract a relationship. The energies are not compatible. So what do? Just sweep away everything just for now. All of your desires, all of your concerns, all of your longings, all of your aspirations, all of them. I don't care if you feel they're noble or simply mundane. They're all the same to us because they're distracting you from living in your highest frequency. And if you're currently challenged and you feel constricted, if you currently are in a low vibration of fear or worry or resentment, whatever it may be, let that feeling exist. Let that energy exist. But now you're going to refocus. You're going to step out of that muddy water. You're going to step off that path. And this is what it means to meditate. Meditate is to align your consciousness to truth. That is our definition of meditation, is to align your consciousness to truth. The path that we share ultimately, in the simplest words, is to live in the light. We call it source vibration. It's synonymous. Source vibration is a feeling, a sensation. In this way, it's not a concept anymore. It's an experience. It's something that you can know moment by moment. Am I in this feeling? Am I in this expression of frequency? Or am I separate? Living in the light, living in source vibration. It's a feeling, you see, it's a sensation. Let your body soften, please. And now just feel the light above you as it touches you. And or feel the earth's light beneath you, ascending up into your body. Now there's no doing here, dear ones. You're allowing something to happen. The light is touching you and you feel it. Feel the infinite field of stillness. Now if it's difficult for you to connect to this sensation, then you gently can use some tools. The simplest tool that we offer at this time is extend your exhalation, soften through the releasing breath, and occasionally retain that breath out of your body, which will allow your experience of connection to deepen because you become more aware. It's not because the energy has changed. The sun is always in the sky, but now your sensitivity, your ability to feel it has heightened. And then you just relax and allow yourself to feel. And we're not trying to feel more or less. You're not comparing how deep yesterday's meditation was till today, because that's called thought. And that's your greatest challenge in your life. It's the undisciplined mind. When the mind is razor sharp, you cut through all illusion. When the mind is razor sharp, you can no longer be manipulated, controlled, lied to, or even hypnotized. And that's why the general populace is constantly being distracted with more information, with more images, with more technology of speed. Because it dulls the mind. When the mind is razor sharp in its state of presence, you experience the living God that you are. The mind of thought has ceased. But we're not trying to get rid of thoughts. You need to understand this. We're connecting the mind into a stable vibrational frequency, the infinite field of stillness, light, and peace. Regardless of your current challenge or circumstances, regardless of your past, whatever wound may still be vibrating within you, the mind has to be disciplined. And that's living in meditation. And as you live in this way, you recognize you become quieter. Doesn't mean you live in silence. You become quieter because you begin to recognize and realize so often you're speaking from the random thoughts of your undisciplined mind. The body can soften a bit more now, dear ones. But you're not trying. There's no accomplishing. You need to recognize this. You're simply allowing the body to relax a bit more as gravity pulls upon you. And as you allow yourself to connect and align to the great light, which is always available, to the infinite field of stillness. You enter the language, the world, the consciousness of feeling sensation. Now just relax into this. Let all of your concepts, philosophies, just let them pass you by. They're unimportant. For us, they are irrelevant. Your state of presence, that's the strength of your life. Your state of presence is your groundedness. Now you're not holding to the stillness. You're not holding to the peace, nor the light. If you try to hold onto water and make a fist, it all falls away. If you allow the hand to remain calm in a cupped shape, the water remains. So you just let yourself relax now as the light touches you, as you fill with the higher vibration of light. To live in a fulfilling life, you allow the great light to fill you. That's fulfillment. It's not having this or that symbol. The neighbor always has a nicer house, a nicer car, a nicer this, a nicer that. And you're taught to compare. You're taught to compete. You're taught to desire. But you're not taught to feed the light within yourself and live in an unconditional state of happiness. You're not taught that. Because that teaching would empower the global community. And in that state, you don't need authoritarian states to restrict the populace of how to live, what to do, what to think. You're free. And that's our goal, is to allow the human community to come back into a state of freedom. True freedom, which is a state of consciousness. To allow the light within you to be fed. And that's living in connection to the great light. Not trying, dear ones. You're simply choosing it. So now we relax. And we set our intention to receive the beauty of the great light as it touches us. I recognize that all that I need is a positive, radiant, ultimately high vibration. I simply want to vibrate in light, in radiance. Imagine that. That's all that you truly want. And you don't have to desire it. You just have to support it. And so I allow myself to vibrate in the beauty of light. A random thought may attempt to distract me. I shall ignore it. My mind is aligned. I'm strengthening and sharpening the razor mind, cutting through illusion, cutting through manipulation. My mind becomes razor sharp like a laser beam. I am connected to the light. And I begin to feel a greater sense of harmony and peace filling me. And that sensation is showing me I'm changing my vibrational frequency right now. I recognize my body as my mind.